I lost my... Good evening, and welcome to the January 14th, halfway through the first month of 2014 already, Town Board meeting of the Town of Ossining. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilperson Harder.
Present.
Councilperson Wilshire.
Present.
Councilperson Blaha.
Present.
And Councilperson Jeffries, and welcome.
Thank you.
And
Present.
Supervisor Donnelly.
Present.
Okay.
And
Do we
welcome again.
have any announcements?
We do have just a very, very few because we have a very long meeting tonight. We want to remind everyone that this weekend is Martin Luther King. The office will be closed on Monday so that we may all spend time of service, because Martin Luther King equals service hours. On Saturday at Star of Bethlehem at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there will be I'm sorry, my mind just went blank. The scholarship fundraiser for the high school, and it's a great program. They do a great program every year, and I hope you can join us. On Tuesday night, so Monday we're closed, on Tuesday night at the library at 7:30 will be our town hall meeting. Our tentative agenda is to have any questions and answers about the annexation of 17 and 20. We cannot promise you we can answer all the questions, but we will take all your questions down, and we will try to get you answers as quickly as possible if we can't answer them. We will also discuss the revitalization, the Lewis Angle Park revitalization program. Greg McWilliams will be with us to update us on what he has found so far. And we will also be discussing briefly the 507 North State Road, where we are, and update you right now, all the repairs are done in the building. We are finishing up with the insurance companies, and we hope to have a closing date when we talk to you next Tuesday. And then it will be, if there's any time left, will it be open discussions, because you should always remember that the town hall meeting is your meeting to bring up your topics. Madam Clerk. Oh, does anybody else have any announcements to make, I should ask? Any other exciting things? You know, the winter has just a few things going on at one time. So, with that, Madam Clerk.
Do we have any public comments on any agenda items? Thank you. We'll move on to Deputy Supervisor. Supervisor Donnelly appoints Eric Blaha, Deputy Supervisor for the Town of Ossining, effective January 1, 2014. Deputy Receiver of Taxes. In accordance with the appropriate provisions of law, Ms. Julie Davis is hereby appointed to the office of the Receiver of Taxes of the Town of Ossining for 2014, bearing the title and full responsibility of Deputy Receiver of Taxes and serving at the pleasure of the Receiver of Taxes. The Supervisor's Liaison Appointments. Supervisor Donnelly, de facto on all committees, Historic Hudson River Towns, Intermunicipal Leadership Team, Westchester Municipal Officials Association, Ossining Communities That Care, Councilman Harder, Recreation Advisory, Westchester County, Ossining Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Ossining and Briarcliff Manor Fire Departments, and the Ossining Historical Society. Councilman Blaha, the IMA Committee, Ossining and Briarcliff School Districts, Liaison to Village of Ossining Water Department, Liaison to Highway Department, Liaison to Teatown Lake Reservation, Co-Liaison to the Green Ossining Committee.
Can we just clarify that Councilman Blaha will be co-chair of the school districts along with Councilwoman Jeffrey?
Okay, Councilwoman Jeffrey, Green Ossining Committee, Business Development Committee, Ossining and Briarcliff Manor Chamber of Commerce, Village of Ossining, Village of Briarcliff Manor, and co-liaison to the Ossining and Briarcliff School Districts. Councilman Wilshire, IFCA, Ossining Boat and Canoe Club, New York State, Dale and Sparta Cemeteries. And then we have our appointments. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby reappoints Mark Reisman as the Deputy Town Attorney effective January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I just want to go back for 1 second. I want to thank Councilman Harder for the outstanding job he did as deputy supervisor for the many, many, many years that you did it. You had little breaks in between, but you just did an outstanding job. So thank you so much.
We voted, resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby reappoints Wayne Spector as Town Attorney effective January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2015. Do
So
I have a
moved.
motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Spector will be taking us through has taken us through in the last 2 years of this administration, with one exception, with one new council person, but has taken us through a lot, and we're heading into a lot of new territory still, so thank you, Wayne.
Resolved that the Town Board hereby reappoints Madeline Zahach, Budget Officer for the Town of Ossining, effective January 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2014. And be it further resolved that the duty of aid to the supervisor is in addition to her duties as Budget Officer. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. I know.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Again, I want to just take a second. This town wouldn't be the same without Maddie here, so I want to take a moment to truly thank her. As everyone knows, we run the supervisor's office, what we refer to as lean and mean, but we're not mean, we're very kind. And we have no confidential secretary, so Maddie certainly steps up to the plate every single time she's asked, and I want to take a special thank you to you.
Resolved the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby reappoints Mary C. of Ossining, New York as part-time intermediate clerk effective January 1, 2014 at an hourly rate of $22.6589 per hour. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Another upstanding young lady.
Yes, she is, and I have to tell you, she is a real asset to our office, and I look forward to,
Mary C. has taken to computers like a kid.
yes, she has.
So-
Resolved that
That's
the
a
Town Board
compliment,
of
by
the
the way.
Town of Ossining hereby reappoints Patricia Fracassi of Ossining, New York as part-time intermediate clerk effective January 1, 2014 at an hourly rate of $22.6589 per hour. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pat, again, is an asset.
Yep,
Pat
absolutely.
retired and then came back to help us out, and she's a real asset with everything that, she was the type of person, as did Mary. They both hit the ground running, and they've been with me since I took office in 2000, and hopefully they'll be there a whole lot longer.
Very good.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved, the Town Board hereby reappoints the following to the position of Town Constable at an hourly rate of $50 to serve at the pleasure of the Board during calendar year 2014. Carlos Castro, Ossining, New York, and Alan Gantz, Ossining, New York. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Go ahead.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Justice Court Attendants, resolved that the Town Board hereby reappoints the following to the position of, that should be court attendants and not town constables. I read this over and didn't say it. At an hourly rate of $20 to serve at the pleasure of the Board during calendar year 2014. Elijah Garrison, Fleetwood, New York. Mario Conti, Ossining, New York. John Simpkins, Ossining, New York. Alan Gantz, Ossining, New York. Richard Fernandez, Cortland Manor. Todd Fiella, Ossining, New York. John Dudzik, Newburgh, New York, and Franklin Jackson, Wappingers Falls, New York. Do I have a motion?
Second.
If I may, just there's one amendment here. For Mr. Jackson, his rate is actually $25 per hour.
The others are 20?
Yep.
All doing the same thing?
Well,
Okay.
My understanding is he's responsible for scheduling them as well, so he's sort of senior in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but these people have been doing this for years and years. But this is a project we'll be taking up this year too, to really put, concentrate on that area.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
As amended. Right.
Yes. Good going.
Resolved, the town board hereby reappoints George Weeks as the chair of the Town of Ossining Planning Board to serve a 5-year term set to expire on December 31st, 2018. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board hereby designates the Journal News as the official newspaper of the Town of Ossining for 2014. Do I have a motion?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board of the Town of Ossining hereby adopts the following monthly meeting schedule for 2014. Regular town board meetings, second and fourth Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., Birdsall Fagan Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street. Work sessions, first and third Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., 16 Croton Avenue Boardroom. The work session scheduled for Tuesday, November 4th, will be moved to Wednesday, November 5th, due to Election Day. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the office hours of the town offices for...
We need to report anything.
No, I actually was looking that up on my calendar. Christmas Eve this year is on Wednesday, and New Year's Eve is on Wednesday, so we're cool with that. It was just this year with everything, with all the holidays.
Okay, resolved that the office hours of the town of Ossining office 2014 will be Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board hereby appoints Martha Armacidi, town historian, for 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Martha was very instrumental in putting together, assisting the village on the Bicentennial Journal, which is outstanding. If you haven't purchased one yet, it isn't like a book of ads. It's very, very interesting stuff in that journal. So I encourage you to contact the Village of Ossining if you wish to buy one, if you haven't bought one yet.
Yes, they're available in the clerk's
Oh,
office
they're available in the clerk's office.
for $10.
What
And
does
they,
the town historian do?
She does history when we,
Involves himself
collect
in
it?
history. Answer questions when people, history.
Well, she does things like she helps the village with that, and, if we need her for anything. We want to use her more this year, and she wants to participate more this year, too.
she was very instrumental in the Bicentennial Committee, particularly with, as Sue said, the journal.
I have two.
Also, that journal is very, very well done. It's beautiful.
It is. Isn't it
Not
exceptional?
Not just informative, very
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so moved by it, I purchased 3 copies of it. It actually is a great
is.
publication.
but I wasn't quite that.
Perhaps you should purchase another one, and then you can have one for each of your children and one for you. We encourage people to buy more if they want to.
Well, I have to tell you, we have had that. We had one gentleman that came in, and he bought 4. And I guess he went home and looked at it, and came back and bought another 8. This is a great gift to,
It
a
is
hostess
wonderful,
gift to
yeah.
take. You go to somebody's house, and we've had a number of people who've done just that.
You know what? What a good idea. All right.
So they are available.
Thank you, Martha.
Resolved that wherever it shall be appropriate to compensate town officials and/or town employees for mileage, they shall be reimbursed at a rate of 56 cents per mile to be paid upon claim voucher after audit and approval in accordance with IRS standards. Do I
So
have a
moved.
motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that pursuant to Article 8 of the town law, the town of Ossining shall pay the annual membership dues for membership in the Association of Towns of the State of New York for 2014 in the amount of $1,500. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby authorizes the following town personnel to attend the annual meeting of the Association of Towns to be held in New York City, February 16th through the 19th, 2014, subject to approval of their department heads, town supervisor and members of the town board, town attorney and deputy town attorney, town assessor, building inspector, town clerk and deputy town clerk, receiver of taxes and deputy receiver of taxes, superintendent of highways, town justice, town court clerks, budget officer, assessment personnel, chairman and members of the zoning board, chairman and members of the planning board, and chairman and members of the environmental advisory board. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
We'll make it perfectly clear, we do not close the office down. You know, some people go on some days, some people go on other days. A lot of people go like every other year, you know.
I think that's also.
It's in
isn't
Manhattan, too, so
Part
it's
of
a
it
train
on
ride.
President's Weekend?
Right.
Resolved that the town board hereby designates Suzanne Donnelly, supervisor, as delegate to the Association of Towns annual meeting for 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board hereby designates Matty Zahach, budget officer, as delegate to the Association of Towns annual meeting 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Is that the alternate delegate?
Yes.
So that should be amended?
Yes, which I just did. Resolved the town board of the town of Ossining hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Jim Horton, principal of Quality Pro Pest and Wildlife Services, Hawthorne, New York, pursuant to the terms and conditions of the agreement for the period January 1, 2014 through December 31st, 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
It's very important. We learn something new every day, and it's very important that you have an animal control officer in a municipality. And we heard from Albany. Made sure we had one. Because we have the SPCA, but that's next.
Okay. Resolved that Supervisor be and hereby is authorized and directed to execute an agreement with the SPCA of Westchester for the period January 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2014, providing for humane procedures for homeless and stray dogs and cats seized by dog control officers, animal control officers, police, and other agents of the municipality. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved, the town board of the town of Ossining hereby acknowledges that the town's dental insurance program with Delta Dental of New York will continue at the same rates as 2013 for the period January 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2014 for group number 1576-0001 at a rate of $62.58 per month per employee with no dependents, and $148.86 per month per employee with family coverage. And be it resolved that group number 1576-002 shall be at a rate of $67.56 per month per employee with no dependents, and $158.22 per month per employee with family coverage. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of the compensation plan for 2014. Resolved that the town board hereby approves the following compensation plan for the year 2014. And since it goes on for a couple of pages, we will just take a motion.
If anybody wants to read it and hasn't read it yet, it's always available on the webpage and in the clerk's office.
Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That is too long, the staple didn't stay. Where certain officers and/or employees of the town of Ossining designated by law are required by law to file an understanding which shall remain in full force and effect until the expiration of their term of office, the termination of their employment, or the further resolution of this town board. And whereas the town board of the town of Ossining by prior resolution has determined it is more beneficial and economical to provide the undertakings by a blanketed bond, it is therefore resolved that all officers and/or employees of the town of Ossining will be bonded by a blanket bond in the amount of $500,000, except that the following position will carry an additional surety bond in the amount of $100,000, and that's the receiver of taxes. Excuse me. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved, the town supervisor is authorized to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with the Village of Ossining to provide engineering services to the town for the calendar year 2014 at the sum of $70,000, which is $5,833 per month. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Just want to take a second to thank Paul Fraioli and Andy Teese, who are our engineering team, for the outstanding job that they've done in the last year and 3/4. We brought them on about a quarter into this administration, and we have gotten so much done in that period of time, and they are always available. As you'll notice tonight, Mr. Fraioli is sitting in the audience because he is here to answer any questions that might come up. So I want to just thank them for their outstanding job that they do for this community.
Resolved, the firm of Frederick P. Clark Associates is hereby retained as planning consultants for the town of Ossining for calendar year 2014 in accordance with their contract letter and rate schedule of December 30th, 2013. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the law firm of Orrick, Harrington, and Sutcliffe, LLP, 666 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York, is hereby retained as bond counsel in accordance with the fees set forth in sections 11 and 12 of the proposal received from Orrick dated December 13th, 2013. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have the 2014 Schedule of Fees. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby approves the following Schedule of Fees for 2014. And as the Supervisor stated before, this schedule is available online and in my office for anyone who would like to review it. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that pursuant to Section 57.19 of the Local Government Records Law, the Town Board hereby appoints Mary Ann Roberts, Town Clerk, Records Management Officer of the Town of Ossining. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And once again, an outstanding job by Clerk Roberts. And
Thank you.
so, you know, people are going to haunt you with that word, records manager.
Oh, it
officer.
has.
The good thing
has.
is that we are slowly but surely scanning all documents in, and the clerk records themselves, it has helped immensely in searching for items. You know, we have items here tonight that go back to 1958, and stuff like that that council asked for. So, so it's good job, Marianne, and good job with your team.
Thank you.
Anne Marie.
Where are we? Files.
They're still there.
He's going to let us store them there. Thank
Okay,
goodness.
now we have financing investment policy. As it goes on for a number of pages, I will only read the titles of things. Investment policy for the town of Ossining. 1, scope. 2, objectives. 3, delegation of authority. 4, prudence. 5, diversification. 6, internal controls. 7, designation of depositories, which I will read, J.P. Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Hudson Valley Bank, TD Bank, and Mayapack National. Collateralizing deposits, safekeeping and collateralization, permitted investments, authorized financial institutions and dealers, purchase of investments, repurchase agreements, and that's it. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Again, it's another well-run IMA with the Village of Ossining. Our comptroller is Tom Warren and Dale Ferrara, and they are both critical parts of the town team and very, very diligent on making sure that all of these things happen all the time. And it's interesting if you can get to an internet or visit Marianne's office, or call us and we'll actually mail you a copy. So it's interesting reading to find out how strict the finances are of the community. For example, when the final sale of the police station happens, every penny of that $1.475 million must, by law and by this board would not do anything else, go back to paying off the debt of that building. And on the webpage, on the town webpage, we have also posted our payment plan and how we'll have the building paid off by 2017. So thank Tom, thank Dale, thank everybody on our team. We have a fantastic team.
Finance debt management policy. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby adopts the debt management policy as follows. The comptroller will monitor the debt portfolio annually for refinancing opportunities through service of a financial advisor. This can be done in connection to the continuing disclosure process. The minimum criteria for bond refunding are as follows. 1, refunding should produce savings equal to 3% of bonds to be refinanced. 2, savings after insurance premium should be 2.5 times underwriter's discount and other costs of issuance. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Procurement policy. Whereas Section 104B of the General Municipal Law requires the governing body of every municipality to adopt a procurement policy for all goods and services which are not required by law to be publicly bid, and whereas comments have been solicited from all officers in the town of Ossining involved in the procurement policy, now therefore be it resolved that the town of Ossining does hereby adopt the following procurement process, which is intended to apply to all goods and services which are not required by law to be publicly bid. And again, I will just do the titles. Purchases up to $999. Purchases between $1,000 and $10,000. Any public works contract over $10,000 must follow above procedures and obtain 3 written quotes. A public works contract over $20,000 is subject to competitive bidding. Purchases of $10,000 and more, and then there's the general provisions. A request for proposal must be prepared for professional services. Emergency purchase pursuant to Section 103(4) of the General Municipal Law. And then sole source competitive bidding is not required under Section 103 of the General Municipal Law in those limited situations when goods or services are available from only one source. Purchases of surplus and secondhand goods from any source. Supervisor and budget officer shall be the municipal officials responsible for providing guidance and making decisions as to the application of this procurement policy. Do I have a motion?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
There are slight changes to the procurement policy this year in reference to being able to piggyback on other people that have done all of the work already when you go out to bid. A bidding process is quite tedious. We have established that it would only be New York State, correct, Counsel? That's correct. And we also want to make sure that all procurement policies in the town of Austin remain the same, and purchase orders are required, signed by the supervisor's office. We want to make that clear to vendors and to staff that every department within the town of Austin is required to follow the procurement policy.
Reimbursement of town employee business expenses. Whereas from time to time, employees incur certain expenses in connection with performing their duties, attending training, seminars, and/or conferences. And whereas the town of Ossing has established guidelines which an employee may be legally reimbursed for expenses, now therefore be it resolved that the town of Ossing does hereby adopt the reimbursement of town employee business expenses as follows. There's the purpose of this policy, prior written authorization required, claim voucher required, use of petty cash for employee reimbursements, legal authority, tax-exempt certificates, transportation, meals, lodging, registration, tuition materials, gratuities, and periodic review. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That completes your...
Workman's comp?
Oh, no, it
Workers'
doesn't.
comp.
I beg your pardon, it doesn't. The agreement for the 2014 Workers' Compensation Claims Runoff Management Services. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austin hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement in a form acceptable to the town attorney with Right Risk Management Services, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York, to perform workers' compensation claims runoff management services for fiscal year 2014 at the rate of $450 a claim. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossing does hereby continues its membership with the New York State Workers' Compensation Alliance for fiscal year 2014 to administer workers' compensation claims at a cost not to exceed $127,274. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Austin hereby continues its insurance policies and coverage with the New York Municipal Insurance Reciprocal, NYMER, effective January 1, 2014 through December 31, 2014, at an amount not to exceed $109,246.43.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
We want to make sure that we get that 43 cents in that not to exceed number.
Okay,
This
that-
is how accurate Maddie is. She doesn't put a number in unless she knows the exact number that we're going to pay.
Right down to a gnat's eyebrow. Okay, that completes your reorg resolutions. We will now go into your regular meeting board resolutions.
Just in case you didn't think you thought we were in the regular meeting yet.
Okay. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossing hereby approves the minutes of the December 10th, 2013 regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman abstain.
Yeah, I was not
Yeah.
Yes.
present. Abstain.
I was waiting, hoping that.
Well, in December.
Resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Ossing hereby approves the minutes of the December 23rd, 2013 special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Opposed? Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby approves the minutes of the December 31st, 2013 special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye,
Opposed?
Abstain?
Thank you.
Abstain?
because he wasn't there. He was busy in the city at work.
Okay.
There in spirit.
He worked. Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby approves the minutes of the January 7th, 2000, we're pushing it here, 14 special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in
As
favor?
amended.
Yeah, as amended.
Yes.
Aye.
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 We didn't even do it in unison. Resolved that the Town Board hereby approves a voucher detail report dated January 14th, 2014, in the amount of $76,067.08 for 2013, and $168,321.35 for 2014, for a grand total of $244,388.43. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Well, $244,000 is a lot. We really, because at the beginning of the year, when you're trying to do two different vouchers, it's a tremendous amount of work separating out the years and everything, so. But it seemed like a lot, didn't it, Maddie? That last couple?
It was also a 3-week
Right,
check run.
3-week cycle.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Resolved, the Town Board hereby appoints Mary Ann Roberts as marriage officer for the Town of Ossining for 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
A heavy-duty responsibility there, Miss Roberts. Marriage.
Yes, yes, I did. Thank you. That's, no, he was with us.
Miss
He was-
Roberts sometimes is here into the evenings, and Friday afternoon seems to be a big time.
And Saturdays.
It's-
No Sundays. Oh, no. No Sundays. Okay, whereas the Town of Ossining entered into an agreement with Santa Pro Disposal Services Corp. for the removal of refuse, garbage, and commingled recyclables at residential properties within the unincorporated area of the Town of Ossining on December 21st, 2012, and therefore, it is now resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby exercises its option to renew with Santa Pro Disposal of 566 North State Road, Briarcliff Manor, New York, for fiscal year 2014 at a cost not to exceed $419,304. Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Excellent service we get from Santa Pro, and we got a great number. Yes, that number came in.
Suburban carding.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, Santa Pro must be their corporate name, right?
Yes, it is.
It's Suburban Carding. That's why I was taken a little back.
Resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign a contract between the Town of Ossining and CAI Technologies of Littleton, New Hampshire, to provide tax map maintenance services for 2014 in the amount of $9,700. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
This is a new mapping service that the assessor's office is using, and we had a little demo the other day, and it's very, very good, and we're it's saving us money, and we're hoping to put it online so you can zoom in on your own home. And once again, like in the town hall meetings, they used my house to zoom in on. And this will be at the start. Yes, this is helping them establish things for the reval.
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby calls for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, January 28th, 2014, at 7:30 p.m. at the Village of Ossining Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street, in the matter of the salary of the elected highway superintendent. Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
No, you can
Aye.
vote on that. Just to set a public meeting.
It's just
Oh,
calling,
it's just a set.
it's
Yeah.
just calling for a public hearing.
Aye.
Thank you. A resolution authorizing, subject to the permissive referendum, the issuance of an additional $800,000 bond for the town of Ossing, Westchester County, New York, to pay part of the cost of improvements to Old Albany Post Road in and for said town. Be it resolved by the affirmative vote of not less than two-thirds of the total voting strength of the town board of the town of Ossing, Westchester County, New York, as follows. Section 1, improvements to Old Albany Post Road in and for the town of Ossing, Westchester County, New York, consisting of dead-end restoration, including curbs, gutters, drainage, landscaping, grading, or improving rights-of-way and other improvements and costs incidental thereto, are now hereby authorized at a maximum estimated cost of $1,300,000. Section 2, the plan for the financing of the aforesaid maximum estimated cost is as follows. A, by the issuance of the $500,000 bonds of said town heretofore authorized to be issued, therefore pursuant to a bond resolution dated March 12, 2013, and B, by the issuance of an additional $800,000 bonds of said town hereby authorized subject to permissive referendum to be issued therefore pursuant to the provisions of the local finance law, provided, however, that the amount of serial bonds ultimately to be issued shall be reduced dollar for dollar by the amount of FEMA aid received therefore. Section 3, it is hereby determined that the period of probable usefulness of the aforesaid class of objects or purposes is 15 years, pursuant to subdivision 20C of paragraph A of section 11 of the local finance law. It is hereby further determined that the maximum maturity of the bonds herein authorized will exceed 5 years. Section 10, this resolution is adopted subject to permissive referendum. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
This is a roll call vote. Councilperson, my throat. Blaha,
Aye.
Councilperson Wilshire,
Aye.
Councilperson Donnelly, a councilperson. Oh. Why don't we try Councilperson Harder?
Yes. Aye.
Councilperson Jeffries,
Aye.
and Supervisor Donnelly.
Aye.
Thank
I
you.
just want to point out that this is one of our major infrastructure projects that we've been working on. The administration before us was working on. It started with Hurricane Irene. FEMA has been very, very cooperative, as we have talked about in many meetings, with an excellent explanation of what's going on with this last week at our work session. We already have a $399,000 commitment from FEMA, and they have reopened the whole project, so we are working on them for more, and we have hopes for more. But it is essential that we get this road. It's a road with houses on it, reopened and actually reestablished, so the people can enjoy their homes. Sure.
I don't, section 3 here, I don't understand that one. Probable usefulness,
Oh, the probable usefulness of 15 years. That's how long. It has to be at least 15 years when we go out to bond for 15 years. Like the bond would be for 15 years. So it can't be something like you couldn't go out for a car and bond it for 15 years, because a car will never last 15 years. So it has to have a probable usefulness of at least 15 years.
A car can last for 15 years, but the probability is maybe not as high.
Okay.
but-
In a municipality, which you'll learn. In a
I'm just
municipality.
saying.
Yes.
I know
yes.
a certain someone who drives a very old car, and it's probably
Okay, but this is not it's not a train car. that was only my example. But very good. You're absolutely right. In fact, I would say the majority of the world drove a 15-year-old car getting out of in high school or in college or something of that sort.
Or something.
Because I did. You're absolutely right, Councilwoman, but I was just using it as an example.
Madam Supervisor.
Sure.
If I may, Section 10, this resolution is adopted subject to permissive referendum for the individuals that are permitted to vote in such a referendum.
Permissive referendum is if someone objects to it and gets a petition, correct me if I'm wrong, counsel, gets a petition signed saying that they don't want to spend this money on this road.
I understand
Yeah.
what it is. I'm just
Oh, is it
asking
anybody?
who's
Anybody?
eligible and who is
Yeah.
not eligible.
Well, that's a
to
good
vote.
question.
Would be the individuals residing in the area who is responsible to actually pay the interest.
It would be the unincorporated area outside. And
For this
those
particular.
voting districts that are applicable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whereas the town of Ossining authorized the town clerk to solicit bids for work to be done at the Old Albany Post Road dead end, and whereas the bids were received and opened by the office of the town clerk on December 11, 2013, now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby awards the bid to the lowest responsible bidder who also conformed to the bid specifications, namely Legacy Valve LLC of Valhalla, New York, in the amount of $1,037,500. Do I have a motion?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved, the town board of the town of Ossining authorizes a 2014 budget adjustment to the capital project 2013-2182 entitled Old Albany Post Road Dead End Restoration and Repair, increasing the original project budget from $500,000 to $1.3 million. Additional project amount will be funded by a bond anticipation note for cash flow purposes and repaid in full by the Federal Emergency Management Agency unless cost exceeds allowable FEMA funds, in which case the band is also a permanent local source, i.e. to be repaid by property taxes or borrowing. Increase 037-5110, 2182, $800,000, Old Albany Post Road Dead End Restoration and Repair expense. Increase 037, 5730, 0182, $800,000, Old Albany Post Road Dead End Restoration and Repair revenue. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Correspondence to be received and filed. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby accepts the following: annual report for the year 2013 from the Zoning Board of Appeals, and the Town Planning Board minutes from November 13th, 2013. Do I have a motion?
Move to receive.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No, you
You don't have to.
don't
I
have to.
can,
Yeah, no, you
Yeah, their reports. You have them in your packet. Okay. FTP site.
Monthly reports. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby accepts the following monthly reports for the month of December 2013 from John F. Welsh Learning Development Center helicopter report, town clerk's office, town supervisor's office, town building department, town highway department, tax receiver's office. Do I have a motion?
So moved?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
We really like when everybody turns in their reports.
So, is this the first ever complete?
Probably because, at one meeting, because sometimes they stagger in, yeah. Very good. I'm very happy with that.
That completes our resolutions. Visitor recognition. Is there anyone that has come to address the board? Might then I have a motion to adjourn to executive session for legal advice and personnel?
Motion to adjourn into executive session for legal advice and personnel?
Is there a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So I want to thank you for joining us for the January 14th, 2014 reorganization meeting and town council meeting, legislative meeting. Don't forget to join us next Tuesday, January 21st, at the Ossining Library, lower level, for the town hall meeting. And we have one every 6 weeks. So we hope to see you next week at the town hall meeting, and have a wonderful week. And this is Martin Luther King weekend, so let's all get out and do some special service projects. And if you'd like to support a scholarship program at the high school, come over to Star of Bethlehem at 3 o'clock on Saturday for a very enjoyable performances that they do. And actually they have a nice dinner there too. So thank you and have a lovely week. Stay warm.